And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw on the first play, McCarthy. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a pickup of 11 and a 1st down on their first offensive play.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's got it to Collins, complete. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Ready? Ole! Joe. Captain. Ole!
Here's Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like... It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Arian Smith, 31 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First down. First and 10 at the 42.
Here's McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. Open man is Collins. He's got it. And he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
On play action, now McCarthy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing is McCarthy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To the air with McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now McCarthy. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That one into the hands of Flowers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Throw left side is complete on a diving effort. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nico Collins with an amazing diving catch. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Ready? My name is Hudson. Away, away, away. Away, away, away. Joe. Captain.
Nix from the shotgun. Over the middle to Smith. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing Nix. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Bombers. Oh, my son. Ready. What? Away.
Nix to the air. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And now an audible here into something else.
Captain.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Ready. My name is Hudson.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going. It's Nix. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Buccaneers, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready. My name is Hudson. Captain.
Back to the air with Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Bombers. Away. Joe.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
At the 43-yard line.
Henry again on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Got Edwards now on the slant. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hold on, second. Ready, get him. Shade him, shade him. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, 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 olay. Olay, olay.
To throw, here's Nix. He finds his man, complete. It's Day. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Felton. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
10 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. To the air again, McCarthy. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Now it's Nix. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay.
Here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, I would guess it combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Joe. Captain. Bombers.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the Ravens' 35-yard line.
Olay. Ready. Olay. Joe. Captain.
To throw is Nix. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready. Let it go. Bombers. Olay.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Day. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A run up the middle with Irving. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
31, Ravens 14.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
For the Buccaneers.
Oh, he shifts past him. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. McCarthy off the play fake. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually walk.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Bucs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now they'll change things up.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nico Collins, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be very... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. A check down here for Henry. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To the air with McCarthy. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Chill. Bombers. Olay.
Nix from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Day. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hold on a sec. Olay. Hey. I need him. Captain. Chill.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Nick's going to keep this himself. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Collier. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Olay. Captain.
Throwing Nix. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
39, Ravens 22.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Operating from the gun. Nix. That's completed right side to Palmer. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Nix to the air. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.